Inshallah and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings. And welcome. It's your cosmic companion, the Tonya D, and I'm super excited. I'm thrilled to welcome you to my mystical, magical realm. All things Tonya D, whether it's the moon, ritual, medicine, personal medicine, doing cowrie shell divination. And as the chief mystic over at the Shamanic Healing Academy, where we're all about guiding digital wizards to unlock their intuitive powers, I've been immersed in the world of the esoteric for as long as my heart and my soul can remember. It's like it's in my memoirs. Now it's all about you and our sacred audio medicine room. My journey has been one touched by the wisdom of the incredible mentors that I've been opportuned or gifted to be a part of their, I would say I'm a protege, I'm a student, an ever-learning student. Take Elder Malidoma Somé, a true shaman and an elder of the Dagara tribe in West Africa. And then there's Cindy Dell, whose guidance has illuminated our path, basically giving me words for my journey, labels. But why online? It's crystal clear. Digital products and our virtual audio sanctuary are the most accessible and soul-fulfilling way to connect with fellow seekers from across the globe, the lands. And I have a hunch, a subtle inkling, that a virtual realm filled with wisdom and magic is right on the horizon. So just imagine learning from your very own celestial library in the sky. If you've tuned in to your frequency or our frequency, and you're probably on a quest to ignite your gifts and uncover your true purpose, your authenticity, we're here to guide you on that profound journey, possibly prophetic. Maybe you've been wrestling with feeling stuck, caught in those repetitive loops, or sensing that something vital is eluding you. Well, we've got you covered. And if you find yourself in Salt Lake City, Utah, why not pay a visit at Crone's Hollow on Thursdays between noon and 4 p.m. There, I am offering one-on-one, in-person cowrie shell divinations, certified by Elder Malidoma Somé and his tradition, his medicine. You can find the link in the show notes for all the details, but wait, of course, there's more. Join me for The Rising of the Origins, a free online immersion. Usually I do this twice a year. It's your gateway to a treasure trove of mystical knowledge. The replays from this year are readily available. In this immersive journey, I'm going to walk you hand by hand, or hold your hand, through the elemental forces, taking baby steps towards integrating them into your daily magical life. And it's all about connecting with the elements that really ground us energetically and naturally. By the end, you're going to discover which elemental forces really resonate most with your essence. Are you ready to dive in? If so, and I know you are, head over to club.tonyad.tv/rise to really join this free immersion. And if you prefer a more personal touch, I'll be waiting for you in Salt Lake City, Utah, every Thursday from noon to 4 p.m. for those one-on-one cowrie shell divinations. So go ahead and catch us weekly here on YouTube, and let's keep this cosmic conversation alive. So with that, welcome back to the Musing Moon Meditation. And as always, blessings to you, my energetic beings. This Musing Moon is always dedicated to the lunar energies as a reflector, the goddess of the night, being a new moon in the season of Scorpio, where we go deep. We dive into those intense, deep, dark waters, arriving at the 20th degree, where this is all about protecting our emotional field, our feeling empathy, laying the groundwork in our emotional foundation. My natal moon is actually at the 25th degree of Scorpio, so I am intuitively mindful and feeling spirit. I have this divine connection, possibly receiving downloads, getting an aha moment, being a reflector, being a voice for the divine, actually. But this is a deep, watery, essential feeling in this moon. It's time to really feel what we feel and also protect our feelings, and knowing that we need to trust those waves. Feelings usually come in waves, and having boundaries around those emoting tidal waves. It's the ebb and the flow of the goddess of the night, or in this case, the day and the night actually become one. arriving at 4:27 a.m. Eastern, 3:27 a.m. Central, 2:27 a.m. Mountain, and 1:24 a.m. Pacific. Go ahead and check your timeline for when the goddess of the night, Apex, is for you. And new moons truly bring us new beginnings, a new cycle of life. I believe that this is like the birth of the new year, the cycle of new beginnings in the season of Scorpio. And if you can, go ahead and take time and really look at your intention list from the last new moon. Dive deep into what is coming to fruition and what has really lost its fire. It has no more passion. Maybe rescribe that. And have you held sacred space for your intentions for the entire year? This is the birth of a new queendom, sowing the life and the death, and we are as much a part of nature, the cosmos, and the cycles of the seasons. And we're about to leave a year of nature and enter into a year of community, being heard, using our voice, really calling in the angelic realm. And on a side note, a kickstart, if you're into Chinese astrology, we're leaving period 8 and entering into period 9. Period 9 is the south. It's 20 years of fire. And honestly, I'm kind of excited, but I'm kind of hesitant because we don't need much fire. And with the fires going on in the world, there's something there. I feel like we've been entering into this period 9, kind of cascading into it all of 2023 and predominantly at these end 3 months. So knowing that we're entering into a period of fire, it's this Chinese cosmology, and look what's happening out into the world. There's wars. So it's like, what soothes this inner fire? It's water. And when water dries up, the rivers and the lakes, we don't have the ability to be offering any peace. And that's kind of cleansing of our energetic fields, even of ourselves. So this fire energy needs to be tamed. Fire is also love and joy, the joy molecules, the passion, the charisma, the excitement. So it's kind of like sometimes we need to hold the reins in of the fire. It's also the snake, the horse, and the season of the dog as well, or the goat, I should say. And also the dog, that brings in a trine, and the tiger, just saying. But to be divinely connected to source, this is our higher self, our Sera, what we look like on the other side. And if you've happened to notice my hairstyle, this is actually part of my Sera, a ritual I did with Elder Malidoma Some a few years back. But I do recognize that for myself, I am transforming into my higher self, bringing my Sera into the physical world while still inhabiting the physical world. So it's like spirit to matter, seriously. But back to the moon. This new moon has Mars just ahead of it at a very innovative energy. It's back to creation, the imaginal realm, the shaman's portal, feeling these inner realms. The shaman's portal is really our mystical empathy. It's where magic happens. It's visualization, and it's just so much magic there. I actually am going to be doing an offering all about the shaman's portal and the 8th energetic center. Be sure to look for that coming January 2024. But this is about feeling the future rims, feeling the world at war and outside of us. And really stay tuned for the new moon ritual to follow. I've got some really juicy stuff happening there. But deep emotions are truly activated. So you may get that sting from this energy. It may even be ancestral energy, something from a past life that comes to the forefront, something deep. It may feel dark. It's the ghost in the darkness, the shadows, the sting from spirit to really be mindful of our divine connection. Maybe you need to be connected to spirit more often in your day-to-day world, praying not just because you've got the hangover, but pray because you just want to stay connected. I do it. And, our intuitive gifts and psychic abilities, we all have them. Be authentic, feel what you feel, and really validate it. Sit with that emotion. We also have Uranus in the mix. This is the great innovator, the change maker, and Mars is at that Uranian degree. So we're kind of innovating our energetic boundaries and I want to say transforming them in a way. It's kind of an intense energy. It's pushing us. It may even feel like pulsing waves, like your bones are pulsating, really driving us to break through into a new beginning, like break through the veil is kind of what I'm feeling. A radical ritual is kind of what I see, an energy that feels rather rebellious, erratic, That's why I'm calling it a radical ritual. If you've checked out my resource page and tuned into that, there's a variety of different kinds of rituals that I do prescribe, but all things related to this energy, like intimacy, control. Maybe you're feeling like you're losing power, losing control, and just sharing our resources, debts and taxes, But it's also the other side of the coin. And there's a foundation here of setting those intentions around new beginnings in those areas, having fresh starts. It's the energy of Scorpio. And it really is giving us a prime opportunity, a directive to express the positive energies, the optimistic energies of our imagination. Be passionate, be resourceful, be focused, and possibly probing deep and looking deep into the mystical, into the magical, being otherworldly into those perspectives, seeing things through a different set of eyes, the lower world, the middle world, the upper world. And the energy of Scorpio is one that is kind of probing into the ghost in that darkness, illuminating what is in those shadows, in the unseen. So your heart may wish to kind of probe into those arenas. It's time to do a conclusion, like the ending of a chapter, and really get a prime directive to pinpoint any and all of the things that may make you feel as if you are out of control, losing control, debt, taxes, addictions. It really is time to release the habit of a timeline that has initiated a habit of its own. Freeing ourselves of these unstable burdens. We do not need to be the God Atlas. We are all little mini diva gods, myself. So it's time to dive in, go deep into those dark hidden waters and explore the underworld. Maybe you have a meetup with Hades, the god of the underworld, of what's missing in our lives. And why does one engage in self-destructive behaviors or habits? And Saturn is really awakening us to assist us into elevating our karma, good or bad, this life, past lives, back into and through the dark ages, patterns, just really removing the junk, the gunk, and just getting rid of all the things that we possibly have been hoarding, carrying through for centuries. The dark ages, whether spiritual hoarding, material hoarding, mental hoarding, there's all kinds of hoarding. And I don't know about you, but I have been gifting things away that need to serve a new purpose. Like I just gave away an entire set of cabinets that cost me a few $1,000s. I gave them to a wonderful little cafe up in Wyoming because I didn't need them anymore. And I thought, reuse them. I feel like the junkyards have enough junk in there. And if somebody else can use something I have and just repurpose it, I think there's something in humanity there. Just saying. So yeah, gifting. So each season of the cosmos opens the door for new opportunities, and Scorpio truly does give us a very invaluable, priceless opportunity. It's an opportunity to really make important changes and transformations. And being a year of nature, this is like authentic transformation, really embodying who we are at a soul level, showing or bringing to us those valuable lessons to really go deep, dig deeper into the imaginal, into our own personal Akashic records, the Book of Shadows, shadow records, and whatnot. Just diving into the great mysteries around us instead of always being or living by the status quo. It's about getting unconditioned and creating our own conditioning. It's time to innovate the actions that we take and give time and space to really understand the motives of others along with the motives of ourselves if they're in alignment, which also gives us insight into our own inner selves by enriching our ability to feel deep, especially our own personal intimacy to ourselves, and bring in some forgiveness and having meaning, using our gift and purpose. And with Uranus kind of in the mix, it's kind of like this coagulation, like how blood coagulates. Don't know why I'm saying that, but if you're feeling a sensation to really innovate or activate your own personal love to yourself, really taking form, or your feelings, your own personal feelings manifesting, taking shape and producing and protecting around your beliefs, around what your heart truly does wish for and believe to manifest, to create. And I sense truly the secret sauce is in this opposition with Uranus, really innovating and adding lightning and sparking the manifestation through this duality of these two Scorpio and Taurus kind of positions. And Scorpio's also the quality over the quantity quality, just let that resonate in your bones. It's not wise, really, to spread our wishes too overly thin. This teaches us to really be loyal to one relationship, hopefully the one to ourselves, and one task to take an action upon out into the future. It may be more satisfying, even satiating, than spreading ourselves really too thin. And I really do know this for myself with my podcasts and YouTube, and really, what does my heart truly wish for and love by my design? For me, honestly, it always goes back to source, spirit, the universe. I have a saying, I think I've said this before, go ahead and enjoy your day. The universe is going to take care of all of my problems, basically, is what it says. So you may choose to use this cycle, this season, to really refocus, hone in on what it is that your heart is truly willing to really die for, to protect, like a Scorpio, that you are ready to take out into the stage of life, into full production, producing that one unique, innovating project, a relationship, something in the imaginal realm, something you want to create from your heart or within yourself. An inner love list also came into my downloads. So what truly adds purpose, being purposeful, and brings depth to the mysteries of your life and into your future. It's a fantastic time to really release everything that you've been hoarding, habits that have taken on a life of their own, heavy emotional burdens, the blessings of betrayal, and just discovering that they may be very uncomfortable. However, getting familiar with the unfamiliar, they also lead us to that great cosmic transformation. It really is the rising of the phoenix to our own healing of a timeline or a lifetime. It's time to get out the drums, speak out, use words, sound bathing. I'm going to get into that more in the ritual part of this new moon. But for each of the signs, we're going to start out with dear Scorpio. This is happening for you, not to you. I feel like that for everybody. It may feel as if you are going through an identity crisis. Goddess Universe may make you feel as if you are getting hit really hard. Why? Because you're on the precipice of a metamorphosis, great change, like galactic shifting, feeling your feels. Where is it that you are calling in the streams to heal the threads of time, space? What burdens are you letting go? What burdens possibly have you created for others? It's time to go deep. Ask yourself. Healing's a lifetime, basically. So the lessons really go deep. However, with a wishing well, a wishing tree, the waters flow, reconcile, bring a peace offering. Only your soul truly knows. This new moon is a powerful time for some self-reflection, transformation. Dive deep and focus in on your relationship to yourself. Feel your feelings and use this energy to lay the foundation, the ground. It's a foundation for a new cycle of growth. So I would hone in on that energy, and everybody watch out for this transformation. Dear Sagittarius, this lunation is happening in your subconscious arena. Spirit is initiating your divine connection to really feel spirit, to really connect in, go deep. And I sense it's kind of a memo, getting a memo, a lesson to actually connect with spirit, feeling into spirit, and also allowing spirit to flow through you, your connection to source. Often you carry this reputation of when things get too touchy, I want to say, it's time to cut the cords and run, especially if you're bored, if things get a little intense. However, you're truly being guided to face those emotions, the ones that come with the force to be reckoned with, a tidal wave. It's time to lean in. And as this new moon is going to bring some of those deep-seated fears, emotional blocks to the forefront, your emotional foundation, give space and time to those feelings so that you may overcome emotional obstacles, creating energetic boundaries around your foundation and your connection to the universe, whatever you want to call that. Dear Capricorn, emotional empathy when feeling out into the world, the relationship to the outer world, down to how you feel and how you relate to the world. What does the world feel like to you is kind of where I'm going with that. Are you feeling protected when you're out into the world, to feel as if your world is relatable, or is it not relatable, overly responsible? Maybe you're feeling a little sappy on the inside. I'm seeing tree sap, don't know why, but you're getting a little energetic hiccup during this lunation, a little switcheroony towards your emotional and also your connection to spirit, your intuitive gifts. possibly experiencing a renewed sense of either spiritual or even an emotional connection. So it's time to go into the inner world and tap into your intuitive gifts and your authentic purpose. Are you living your design? Dear Aquarius, this new moon is in your 10th house of achievements, career direction, feeling as if innovating your career, your path. What is your life outcome? What is it you're focusing on? And whatever that is, hone in on that one thing, keeping your eye on the ultimate prize, and being that you are really about the humanity of society, and we all got this inside of us, but this energy is streaming from you even more. So you may even feel inspirited to really pursue those goals in relation to humanity, anything that's related to society, community, social transformations, just creating a positive impact on community. Go for it. Dear Pisces, time to dig deep and set those boundaries around what you feel is your true authenticity, your life purpose. Are you living your gift and purpose? Ready to explore the mystical, magical, the unseen? Especially since you love to escape into that fantasy land. Maybe you're imbibing too much. By getting deep with other people, as you have a natural deflection kind of streak, you deflect. However, this lunation in the season of Scorpio, you may just find another avenue, a gateway for escapism, one that allows you to really dive deeper under the sheets, exploring your own innermost thoughts, a surge to explore your creative side. It's time to allow and give space to yourself to do just that, like new ideas, embracing your own spiritual, unique perspective. Dear Aries, are you initiating some deep intimacy, emotions around protecting yourself in those intimate areas along with others, and doing some soul searching, some evolution? Quantum shamanic evolution is kind of what I'm feeling. It's this evolving soul and setting boundaries around what your soul feels passionate about, feeding your soul. You're a very passionate, honest leader. However, this lunation is kind of urging you, tugging you, pulling, possibly nudging you towards people that your soul is truly meant to stand shoulder to shoulder with. You may be brought to feel some very intense emotions in relating to those more intimate relationships, feeling safe and giving that space. It's time to hone in on building the foundation of trust, even being a little bit more vulnerable in your relations and feeling into that. I know that's difficult. Dear Taurus, it's time to feel what it feels like to be in one partnership, to be in relationship, the proximity of creating sacred space around relationships, partnerships, not just intimate, and just feeling deep into them. We often feel truly vulnerable when we share what we feel. Emotions, right, are very wavy. And you being an earth sign, you guide and direct your emotions. Well, maybe it's time to let them bubble up from the earth springs in your relationship sector. You're kind of being blessed with an opportunity to really revisit what really drives you. Maybe having this inner strong innate desire to explore your deeper passions, those hungers of the night, even creative pursuits. It's time to bring it all in, bring it all into that sacred circle and take an initiation and action towards those hungering goals. Dear Gemini, you're intellectualizing. You are the mind. You're a channeler, telepathy. It's time to set boundaries around your gift and your purpose. Empathy does not pay the bills, darling. So set some boundaries around your unsolicited gift. You spy with your little eye. Your clients may not wish for you to share your gift of the Imaginal, doing that remote viewing. It's time to keep the memo to yourself and for yourself until the debt is paid, like you send them an invoice for conversation received. It may be a little bit turbulent as this relates to your foundations, your domestic core, an uncomfortable truth related to home or family. It's time to really dive deep and address those issues at your home front, the ones that have been swept under the rug, often unearthing the hidden truths, feeling a little scary. However, the lunar energy is really urging you forward towards it's time to really get in those waters and go with the flow. Dear Cancer, it's time for you to create sacred space, and you are ruled by the moon. So this is all around your creative endeavors, dreams and wishes, and this is a watery moon, so you're flowing into it and feeling into one focus arena when protecting what you love. even what you're creating, those emotional boundaries around romance. If you have felt yourself kind of biting your tongue, it's time to really speak your truth, use your voice, a renewed sense of communication, mental clarity, time to use the energy to express yourself from your honest heart. Also do so openly, use your voice. You are heartfelt, you are the emotional foundation, and it's time to use your words as a reward. Dear Leo, it's time for you to feel into your emotional foundation, your home life, family. Time to heal the wounds, those core deep wounds that you have possibly been skipping stones around. Feeling your emotions, a habit of a lifetime, has taken on a habit of its own. So it's time to release your own emotional webbing. It's the well-being, your inner wellness. It's all about the cash flow, possibly initiating some financial or material concerns. This is between your 4th house along with your career house. Time to get your financial ducks in a row, in order, long-term stability. And often, you are a generous Leo, lavishing upon those close to your heart, near and dear. But we all know that love spreading the wealth. This is a fantastic time to really be heartfelt honest and be true to your own self. Maybe ask yourself, are you overextending and not percolating to your inner world? There's a variety of ways where we can indulge and pamper those that we love without breaking the authentic bank. Ashe. Dear Virgo, words have power, just like spells. So you may need to set some energetic boundaries around your intellectual brilliance, your inner starlight, being a conduit to channel spirit. When you are communicating out into the world, not everybody wants you spying into what they feel or who they're feeling. And as you do have a reputation of being a little bit pragmatic, awakening your introspective, self-nourishing side, what you feel may be a deep sense of an emotional transformation. It's time to hone in on some self-care, self-love to support the entire process, and believe in your manifestation. Set boundaries around that core. Dear Libra, ready to innovate or get the fires blowing in what you create? It's like lighting a candle, producing and manifesting. You may get that funny feeling and urge. Just remember, it truly is quality over quantity. Whatever that is for you, that you feel your soul. Your soul wishes to bring to production into this timeline, into this lifetime. Feelings truly never lie. We get these sensations in our astral field. So go with what you feel when you are manifesting something. Your social agenda may be overly busy, possibly too much. So there's like this linearity. The airwaves is really offering you an opportunity to really take a pause, take a breath. It's like getting an emotional reset in your foundation. And oftentimes opportunities, they look like friction. But if you can see and open your eye through the eye of God, the mountaintop perspective, into the optimistic venue, this is where you may just receive an energetic hiccup, those unexpected challenges kind of related to social life, friendships. It's time to really set those energetic boundaries for some personal self-care. Whatever your sun sign is, however, the message here is to truly dive deep into what you feel, as deep as you possibly can. Go into your shadows, especially if your heart desires some more meaningful conversations. Maybe you're in some shallow relationships, things that aren't really satisfying to your soul. Even in career, that they're not purifying. They may need to be purged, actually. So let's take a breath and let's take a pause. Let's get centered in the center, the core of our heart, our solar plexus, and really bring in the sacred energy of the Imaginal realm, the Shaman's portal, the 8th energetic center, where the worlds kind of collide. It's our library in our sky. It's where we hold our shadows, basically. But just remember, within the shadows, there's also light. In the shadows, the universe is juicy. But we're also going to bring in the sacral, our emotional field, into there. Emotional empathy along with the imaginal realm, the mystical. And just get into your sacred space. And we're going to do a little bit of a breath work, because this is a deep transformative energy going into the mystical and the magical. During this lunation, we really want to harness the energy to manifest our desires coming from the core of our star. If you can find a comfortable, quiet place, I always like to hold in for a count of 3 Or inhale for a count of 3, hold for a count of 3, and then exhale. You do you. That's just what I prefer to do. And as you're getting in tune with your breath and you're centered into the center of the center, you could also choose the Shaman's Portal if you're guided to that. You want to kind of dive into your own personal Akashic records. If you want to get more in touch with your emotional foundation, go to your sacral. You may wish to actually go in between the heart, the sacral, and the Shaman's Portal. That's all about options and actually landing it into the Earth star, because that's also activated. But go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath. Inhale deeply, hold for a count of 3. And as you exhale, release any tension, worries, doubts. Just allow them to melt away. And we're actually starting with our breath because it truly is the source of life. It's the vehicle for our heartfelt intentions. Air carries messages out into the airwaves, our ideals, our intentions. Now visualize a radiant silver light above your head. Just flip your hand around. It's about the size of a vinyl record, that little hole. I always see literally a vinyl record there swirling, pulsating above my crown, just saying. But silver, black, even mahogany, dark, deep red, blood red, if that's your choice. Kind of a muted red, by the way. And just allow that to kind of feel into that 8th energetic center, the Shaman's Portal. It really does assist us to connect to the places we've been. It's kind of also connected to our universal threading, and just feel it pulsating and glowing with that energy. Be aware of the color that comes in. Maybe you see your records there, your books, your library in the sky. And as you exhale and release, and you're centered in the center of your heart, shift your focus to your sacral center, located just right below our navel. This is our center of creativity and passion and our emotional field. And just visualize it as a vibrant, swirling energy of orange. You may even smell an orange, by the way. And as you breathe in, draw in the transformative energy of Scorpio through your Shaman's Portal, and go ahead and direct it into your sacral center for some emotional transformation, knowing that you are safe, you are protected, you're in your own cosmic sphere, initiated by God, universe, as always. And go ahead and just feel and allow the energy swirling and mingling and percolating with each and every breath. And if you can, say or think your intentions clearly with clarity. You may say, I am deeply connected to my creative power, or I am manifesting my heart's desires with ease and flow and grace. And really allow and visualize, we're in the imaginal realm, so visualize these intentions becoming your reality manifested in the earth plane. Spirit to matter, universal heavenly energies coming into the earth plane. And as you continue to breathe, just focus on the rhythm of your breath, the inhale and the exhale. You're in the flow, you're in sacred space, you're in a sphere, you're really authenticating and in the imaginal realm where you can create and visualize whatever it is your heart wants to bring in and already has, as if it's already landed, drawing in the Scorpio energy through the Shaman's Portal, infusing your sacral with your intentions. Inhale deeply and exhale with a sense of release, and trust in the process, trusting in the universe to bring your intention to the physical, heartfelt. And go ahead, if you don't mind, and repeat your intentions with every breath, the inhale and the exhale, and feel the energy building up, igniting your creative power, the imaginal mystical space there, setting the stage for heartfelt transformation, initiating great change. And again, repeat your intentions with every breath, just flowing through you, Shaman's Portal to the sacral. And when you exhale, maybe exhale through your heart center, as the heart center is actually very well connected to the Shaman's Portal. So you might see a deep green a green where it's almost feels black like moss, a dark deep green. That is the shaman's portal activating through your heart space, cleansing and swirling and pulsating. Now visualize the lunarities of this new moon illuminating your path, and see your intentions as they've already manifested. They're already there. And embrace the emotions that come with this sensation. Your joy molecules, being grateful, thanking the universe ahead, and just feeling fulfilled as your heart's desires have already come to life. And as you're seeing this imaginal realm show you your intentions manifested, and you're feeling it in your heart, your own personal joy, thanking the universe, go ahead and take a few more deep breaths, feeling your energy, the energy of your intentions, along with the lunarities of Scorpio, this new moon, feeling you. And when you're ready, open your eyes and know that your manifestations are in flow. They are in emotional flow, energy in motion. So with that, thank you for joining this Scorpio new moon meditation, a little breath work and ritual. Continue to nurture and embrace your intentions and watch as they unfold in the cosmic reverie, the dance. And so it is. Blessed be, Ashe, and I will see you on the other side. And if you don't mind, the ritual moon meditation will be up in the forecast shortly. And as always, once again, I'll see you on the other side. Blessings.